Hello, everybody. It's Bendominator, and welcome back to another episode of the Bendominator Podcast. Today is episode 15 of the podcast. I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far, and let's just get right into it because today is a very, very special day for this channel because today marks the 1 year anniversary of me making Fortnite content on this channel. Now, I did make a few videos before, I actually made a lot of videos before, including a couple Fortnite streams and a Fortnite video. But it's a very special day today because 1 year ago on this day, Axo came out in the item shop for the very first time. And technically, by this time, a year ago, he wouldn't have come out yet. But by item shop reset time today, which this may be going up by that time, I'm not exactly sure. Probably before then. Axo would have been released, which is insane because pretty much one of the first Fortnite videos I made was the day Axo came out. It was a review of the Axo skin, and it quickly became like the icon for this channel. And it's just crazy. It's been a year. We've done a lot in this year, and it's been a crazy year. A year ago today, it was Chapter 2, Season 3 of Fortnite, which is crazy. It was nearing the end of it, of course, but it's pretty wild to think about that it's been a year since I started making videos on Fortnite regularly. And of course, again, I made a ton of videos beforehand, a ton that you guys will never see because a lot of them are unlisted or privated. Um, but it's crazy. It's crazy. We've done so much this year, and I just want to thank you guys so much for that. So this podcast is kind of going to be a bit of a reflection on the past year when it comes to content that I've been doing. But before we get into that, there is some news that I want to cover. Of course, every week here we talk about Fortnite news, things that have happened in the past week, things that are coming up. And the big thing for today is that we are actually going to be seeing Gamora in the game here pretty soon. There's going to be a Gamora Cup, and which is interesting. The design is pretty interesting. Of course, it's taken from the comics, and so it's not really accurate to the movies and stuff. Again, for me, I like to see things that are kind of like accurate to the MCU. I like the more MCU accurate designs because I'm just more familiar with them. But of course, there's a lot of comic book fans out there, so can't have every skin in the game. I mean, obviously, I feel like a lot of the big ones have been really good. Like Captain America, they did really well. They did Iron Man really well, even though those weren't like specifically the MCU designs. Those were both comic book designs, but they're more the modern designs, like modern day designs when it came to like the comic books and the MCU and how it's kind of done that. So I really enjoy those two skins, Iron Man and Captain America. Wasn't a huge fan of the Thor one. Of course, it's a different take on the character. I know it's a design that's from the comics, but I feel like there's a lot of other designs for from the comics that are better as well. Not just the MCU ones, but just like a few designs from some of the more popular comics. But yeah, other than that, I feel like it's kind of hit or miss sometimes with these Marvel and DC skins. I feel like some of them are really really good. Like it all depends on personal preference and what you're used to personally. Like I feel like some of them, just like Gamora here, is just I'm not used to this style of Gamora. I'm not used to Gamora looking like this. But it's still a really good skin. Same with like Beast Boy. That kind of threw me off a bit. Um, but still really good skins either way. It's just not what I'm used to. So, um, me personally, I'm always just a big fan of the ones that are more accurate to what I'm personally used to. But it makes sense that since like most of them are from the comics, with the exception of a few like Thanos and Loki, which are directly inspired by the MCU designs, it makes sense to have some of them be a bit more different than at least I'm used to. Uh, I'm sure a lot of people are probably familiar with the comic book version of Gamora, and it's really cool because now we have Gamora, we have Star-Lord, and we have Groot, and then if you include Rocket Raccoon as the back bling, all we're missing is Drax and Mantis, I guess, if you want to include Mantis. And I'm sure there's some other Guardians of the Galaxy characters as well that they could include, not just from the movies, but from the comics. That maybe some characters I don't even know exist that they could include. But I think once they add Drax, that's like perfect. I think hopefully they'll add Drax in the future. It would be so fun to just squad up as the Guardians of the Galaxy in a full squad. I think that would be awesome. Uh, yeah, because right now all we're missing once Gamora comes out, all we would be missing is Drax, and then you get the perfect Guardians of the Galaxy squad. Have one person run each of the skins. One person run Groot, one person run Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, and then of course one of them has to have the Rocket Raccoon back bling as well, and it would be perfect. It would be awesome. So that's really, really cool. I like it when we have like groups of skins collab together that you can like squad up with. That makes it a lot of fun. And yeah, just adding to those Marvel skins. Are we ever gonna see a Spider-Man skin? I don't know. It's been I feel like they've done like every single popular character except Spider-Man at this point. Uh yeah, they've done a lot. I mean, it's kind of hard to think of a skin they haven't done. They haven't done Hawkeye, which kind of makes sense. A few people were speculating that maybe they'd do like another Thor skin that was more accurate to like the MCU. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I would love it if that would happen, especially if we got a Mjolnir that could work on any skin. That would be really cool. um, but yeah, we pretty much like every Marvel character. It's great. I mean, not really close to every Marvel character, but a lot. What I would love to see personally is a Doctor Strange skin. I would love a Doctor Strange skin. He is probably my second favorite superhero of all time. So I think Doctor Strange would be really cool. But it's just crazy. A year ago, we didn't have a lot of this stuff, of course. I think a year ago at this point, we had Captain America at least. But that was like the start. I mean, of course, we had things like we had Star-Lord and we had the original Black Widow skin. But then the whole Marvel season came along, and now we have a ton of really cool Marvel skins, and I think they're all really, really fantastic. And I'm excited to get another one here soon, and I'm excited to add to the Guardians of the Galaxy skin collection. And hopefully Star-Lord returns when Gamora comes to the item shop, because if that's the case, I will definitely be getting the Star-Lord skin, because I've been wanting it for a while, and I just never had the chance to pick it up when it was out. And yeah, I'm excited to get it if it does release. So I'm very, very excited for that. And on top of that, we also have a new DC skin coming to the game soon, which is Superman. He's actually going to be available tomorrow, which is wild. I did not realize that that was that close. I feel like a lot of people forgot about Superman. I'm excited because I feel like I'm just interested to see how all the cosmetics work, and yeah, I'm interested. Hopefully, those challenges are fun to do. Because it's been a while since I've like played BR, and I'm guessing there's gonna be quite a few challenges to unlock all the Superman stuff. So hopefully they're entertaining. Hopefully it's fun to do that. But I'm excited for Superman as well. Pretty cool skin. And yeah, it's wild because I just feel like a lot of people forgot about Superman. I think a lot of people forgot about him. I forgot about him at least. And he's coming out tomorrow. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Other than that, though, we had the Rift Tour event recently. I made a video on it if you want to see my opinions on it. And a lot of crazy collabs recently. We just got the Street Fighter collab, which is really cool. I mean, of course, we had the first Street Fighter collab. Now we got another one, and that's awesome. It's another one of those things. I wonder if Street Fighter is just gonna be like the next. If it's gonna be like Marvel and DC, where we just get it all the time, and we end up having like the entire Street Fighter roster as skins. I think that would be really, really cool. And I like a lot of the Street Fighter skins. I don't think there's been a single Street Fighter skin that I've disliked so far that's come out. I think all the cosmetics for it are great. They're all really, really good. So really good stuff right there. I think the Street Fighter stuff is amazing. But a lot of collabs are coming out at once. It's a bit much, I feel like, but a lot of them are great. So it's kind of hard to complain when a lot of them are really, really good. We also still have that human Bill skin in the files, of course. I didn't make a video about the leaked skins, but there's like an alien guy skin that you may have seen. He's very customizable, so I'm very interested to see that skin come to the item shop. There's a lot of different edit styles for him. You can change like the shirt, the pants, all that kind of stuff. It's really, really cool. So that's gonna be a cool skin. I might end up getting that one as well. And then, of course, the creative mode sword. I hope that comes out tomorrow. There's a sword in the leaks. I made a video on all the creative mode updates, and I talked about briefly a sword that's going to be coming to creative that you can customize. So hopefully that's coming out soon. I'm very excited to see that. I hope it comes out tomorrow because there's not really any prefabs they have set to release, at least not that we know of. Maybe they're hiding something. They don't normally encrypt that kind of stuff, so I doubt it. But hey, who knows? Maybe they'll release something. But other than the sword, unless I'm forgetting something, I don't know if there's any other devices they could release. I feel like there has to be something that I'm forgetting, because there was a lot in the update. There was a lot of stuff that got leaked, not only in this update, but the last update for creative. So, I'm sure, hopefully something will come out tomorrow for a little patch. But, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to wait. Maybe it's just unfinished. It doesn't seem like it's too unfinished, but there's a chance that it's just in the file so they could test it out, and that it's actually still being worked on, and that it won't be done until next update, which is totally fine. I mean, I don't really expect it to come out tomorrow. I'm just hoping it does. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, that's pretty much all the news we got this week. A lot of really cool stuff. And yeah, just so many collabs, so much stuff happening at once. It's a bit overwhelming. I haven't even been able to make a video on like every little thing. Of course, I don't normally make videos on every single thing. I've said this a lot. I normally only make videos on things that I'm actually interested in. But even like a lot of stuff I've been interested in, just haven't had the time to make videos on it because it's just the news goes by so fast right now, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun right now. A lot of stuff happening, so excited. I'm excited for all the new things coming out soon, and hopefully next update's gonna be a good one as well. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the reflection part of this video, the big part of this video and this podcast. By the way, I'm going to preface this real fast. We aren't going to be doing questions today. We'll be doing questions again next week. But for this podcast, I'm mainly just going to be talking about the channel in the past year. So, yeah, we'll be doing questions again next week. So keep your questions and save them for next week. We'll be doing that next week, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so 1 year ago today, I posted a video about Axo, because of course he came to the item shop, and that was pretty much the start of me making content on this channel. And I was, at the time, I was still doing different things. I started a Pokemon series that only got 3 episodes, and I made a Fall Guys video. But then I quickly realized, yeah, this Fortnite stuff's working, so I kept doing it, and I was having fun with it, because we were on the brink of a new season as well, so it was a good time to start making content. So of course I made the Axo video. I made a video ranking all the Battle Pass skins, like every single Battle Pass skin ever. It was just like a tier list video, so it was nothing crazy. But it was really fun to do, and I kind of realized through that it's just fun to talk about Fortnite. And, so I started theorizing about the next season. Of course, we were getting leaks that it was going to be a Marvel season, so I made a video talking about the Battle Pass. I kind of made like my own Marvel Battle Pass and what I thought it could be. I don't think I got a single prediction right, other than the fact that I thought Iron Man was going to be in it, which was pretty obvious, I feel like, but I put him at tier 1. I liked the concept that I had for that Battle Pass. It was a little different. It was a little wacky, but I enjoyed making that video, and it was a lot of fun. I liked making like a concept Battle Pass for what I thought could come out, and I think that was a really fun video to make. I also reviewed the Hulk Smasher pickaxes. I used to do a lot of reviews of cosmetics back then, I don't really know why I did that. I think I just found it fun to do it. I don't really do it anymore. Maybe I should get back into it. But it's like I don't have the money to like buy every single skin in the game, so it's not like I'd really be able to efficiently review everything. Um, but maybe just skins that I like, just do videos on it more often because I used to do that quite a bit. Um, I also made a video talking about what if we got two battle passes. I remember back then people were speculating that maybe we would get a Marvel battle pass and a normal battle pass for season 4. A lot of that was just wishful thinking, and I think I kind of said that in the video. A lot of that video was just me being like, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I think people are just hoping it happens, because a lot of people were not a huge fan of the idea of getting a Marvel battle pass. And a lot of people were just hoping we would get like another one so that they didn't have to buy the Marvel one or whatever. So yeah, that was an interesting video to make. A lot of cool discussion happening around that time. And then of course I did a season review of season 3, which I'm very interested to go back and watch because I feel like the longer it's been since I've played it, the more I've liked it. I feel like I don't know if I liked it as much as I do now when I was playing it. So I'm interested to see my opinions on it. I wonder I don't know. I feel like my opinion I wouldn't have thought as highly of it. Because I feel like a lot of the reason I like it a lot is because of nostalgia. But I'm not sure. So I'm interested. I want to go back and rewatch that video, even though it's probably a terrible video. I want to watch it just to see my opinion and what my opinion was at the time, so I can get like a more accurate representation. I'm glad I made that video because now I know my actual opinion, and it's cool. That's a cool part of doing this is that you're kind of documenting a lot of stuff. I mean, of course, I mean, I just make Fortnite videos, right? So I'm just documenting like my experience with Fortnite, my opinion with Fortnite over time, what my opinions on stuff were at the time, which is kind of cool. It's really, really cool. Um, but people who do like vlogs and stuff, they're documenting their lives, even though a lot of it might be like fake stuff. It's a handful when it comes to that. Um, but it it all depends on what you're doing. Like, I feel like this having these videos, like having this review of season 3, it's it was made like at the time. It was made at the end of season 3. So that's like my most accurate opinion of it, and I can just go back and reference that, and I'm able to have it because my opinion of it at that time is documented. So I know exactly how I felt about it at that time, which I think is really, really cool. So then season 4 came along, and this is when I was like, all right, content time, content time, content time. This is when I started taking it a bit more seriously. We got the new Marvel Battle Pass. That was really fun to look at. I started reviewing a lot of the skins. I reviewed the Thor skin. I reviewed the Tart Tycoon skin when it came out. I made a video about why I thought the Battle Pass had some problems with, like, you couldn't, a lot of the stuff still, even now, you can't use a lot of the things with other skins. A lot of the gliders, a lot of the stuff like that, which is unfortunate still. Um, I was hoping back then that maybe they would update the game and fix that and change that, but they didn't, so that's quite unfortunate. And then I started even reviewing more skins. I started talking about unreleased skins, which has been one of my favorite things to do, talking about the unreleased skins in the game has been really, really fun. I do it for pretty much every single update. The only time I don't do it is when the update doesn't really have a lot of stuff in it, like a lot of skins to show off or skins that I'm not really interested in. But for the most part, I cover all the leaked skins in every single update when they come out, and I really like talking about cosmetics. I think cosmetics is like my favorite thing to discuss when it comes to the game. Which is probably why I did a lot of skin reviews. I reviewed the Seeker skin. I talked about the changes that would be coming to the item shop, which we got like a month or so later, I think. I did the Polaris mod, which was really, really interesting. That was kind of like the first like Fortnite Time Machine private server mod that you could do. Of course, we have stuff like Rift nowadays, but back then that was huge. So that was really, really fun to do. Then talked about the new Stark Industries update. That was really, really interesting. I'm curious to see my opinions on that as well when that came out, because I do remember not really enjoying that much. But the superhero skins were really cool. We got a lot of cool skin leaks, which was awesome. Talked about the Groot skin, talked about skins that I'd like to see return. I think a lot of the skins actually have returned now, and I've bought them now, which is really, really cool. So again, that's another video I want to go back and watch to see what skins actually came back. Because I want to see how many of those skins actually returned. Because I know a lot of those skins on that list actually have returned, and I do own them now, which is really, really cool. 10 months ago, I started this podcast here. Of course, I haven't been doing this podcast for 10 months because there was a big hiatus with it, of course, but I started the podcast, which was cool. It was in season 4. I talked about ray tracing coming to Fortnite. That was a big deal at the time. I made a video talking about what if there was a Fortnite Classic. I think that was a really cool idea that I had for a while. Of course, it's something that would never happen. But there was a lot of nostalgia going around in the community at that time, so that was quite interesting. I mean, I don't think there's ever a time where there's not nostalgia going around, but I feel like Season 4 was like a time where a lot of people were reflecting on Chapter 1 for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why. But yeah, that was interesting. We also got the Fortnite x Rocket League collab, made a video on that. Made a video on unreleased skins in 14.20. I made a video talking about what happened to progressive skins. Since that video came out, we've gotten a few kind of progressive skins. We got Agent Jonesy, which is really cool. That's a standout for sure. But I still wish we got more. I wish the Battle Pass always had like the 2 Tier 1, Tier 100 progressives. I really miss that kind of stuff. So hopefully that comes back one day. Talked about a lot of the Fortnite birthday event that was happening, which is going to be happening again here pretty soon, I think, in October. So that's pretty cool. I did a retrospective on Season 6, which was really fun. I feel like that video was kind of clunky, though. Maybe I'll go back and redo that one. Talking about the possible new Marvel skins that were coming. We got these comics, these comic book covers that showed us a bunch of skins that would be coming to the game, which was really, really cool. And we were able to like theorize and talk about that. That was really fun. And I made a video predicting Fortnitemares. I don't know how much of that I actually got right. Probably not a lot. I predicted the zombies would come back, which they didn't really. They didn't come back, which I'm kind of happy about. We got a really cool Fortnitemares event. The only problem with Fortnitemares, which has been a problem for every single one pretty much, is that the Fortnitemares game mode is mandatory. Like, you have to play it. There's no alternative. And when you do that, it kind of sours it a bit. Like, no matter how good it was, like, the whole ghost thing was really, really cool. But the fact that that was the only mode you were able to play for, like, that whole week, it just kind of, it got tiring. And, like, the mode wasn't bad at all. It was really fun. It was really cool. It was really creative. It was a great event. It was a great update. But the fact that you were forced to play it was just kind of annoying. It made it tiresome. It works well as an LTM, but not as a permanent game mode, at least for that 1 week it was there. So that's kind of my updated thoughts on that. I think at the time I was kind of negative about it, just because I didn't really realize the issue, but now I can kind of reflect back on that and realize the issue wasn't the fact that the game mode was bad. It was a great game mode. It was really, really cool. The issue is that it was mandatory and that you were forced to play it, and you couldn't play like solos or duos or squads. I know at the end they enabled squads for like the last day, but still, it was weird. So that's kind of my updated opinion on that. Talking about 14.30, I actually made a few Minecraft videos, which was interesting. Though I didn't really go too far with that, but they actually did pretty well. They didn't do bad. So yeah, I don't think I would ever do that again, but it was an interesting experience. I think I was just kind of experimenting with the content. And yeah, made a few videos about what I didn't like about current Fortnite. Just talking about henchmen and how I was never really into that season. I was never really into Season 4. I think you can kind of tell with my content around the time where I was just kind of getting tired of Season 4. You can see I start to make a few Minecraft videos. I made a video on what my problems were with modern Fortnite. I'm sure if you listen to the podcast episodes around that time, I don't know how positive I am in those. And yeah, it was interesting. But still really enjoyed the Fortnitemares event. There was a lot of cool stuff happening around that time, I think. and we got a bunch of skins. The first video that like blew up for me was an unreleased skins video, and it was weird because I'd already done a lot of those before. I've done them since then, but none of them has been nearly as popular as this one, which was unreleased Halloween skins, 2.4 thousand views, which is kind of crazy. I don't really know why that video specifically blew up. Maybe it's just because Halloween skins. A lot of people like Halloween skins, but yeah, very very cool. I was really happy about that. That was like the first big video that I ever did, so that was really really cool. I talked about how item shops were getting better. They were getting better for sure. In season 6, they were amazing. I don't know what happened this season, but they're kind of boring again now. But that's a discussion for another day. The snowman NPC, all the way back in season 4, we were talking about the snowman NPCs coming to the game. That didn't happen until season 5, which is kind of crazy, but we were talking about it. There were leaks. And that would also be another interesting video to go back on to look at. We got a bunch of we got a video about huge news that was coming to Fortnite. Not a lot of that ended up actually being that big. It was mostly just Donald Mustard being like, "This event's gonna be crazy," which it was pretty crazy. But not one of my favorites. The Galactus event was pretty crazy, but it's definitely not one of my favorites. And then also talking about Fortnite and Smash Bros. There was hinting at that, mostly just speculation. Of course, that didn't end up happening. Still could, maybe. I mean, there's one fighter left, but I doubt it. So interesting. Very, very interesting. The Punk skin came out, which was one that I was really excited for. I thought that was going to be like another one of my mains. Didn't really end up being that. I made a Halloween special video, which was really weird. Don't know how I feel about that video now. They brought back the OG pickaxe and the OG defaults, which is very, very interesting. So I made a video talking about the OG pickaxe. That was, I think, before we know the OG defaults were coming back. Then I made an unreleased skins video, and I think that's when we got confirmation about it. And then 9 months ago, I'm curious to actually see what the date is on this. November 7th, 2020, we released Chapter 1, Season 1 of Brim Royale. Just crazy. November 7th. That's wild. So November 7th is the anniversary. Mark your calendars. For Brim Royale anniversary, we'll be doing a podcast episode that week on November 7th, whatever the week that is. I don't think that's going to fall on a Monday like this did. But I'll do a podcast episode about it for sure. So that's really, really cool. In fact, I'll probably make an entire video about it. It'll be a huge thing. It'll be a deal. It'll be a huge deal. I don't even know where Brim Royale is going to be at in November. I mean, I kind of have an idea of it, but of course I can't say it, so. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy, crazy stuff. So yeah, that Brim Royale came out near the end of season 4. Yeah, like near the end of it. The crew pack. There was a theory about the crew pack. The crew pack got like announced, kind of. Not like fully, but it was kind of leaked, not really leaked. It was shown by Epic, but just like they were like, this is what it could be like if we did it. We weren't even sure if it was going to happen. I don't think we even knew it was called the crew pack. Black Widow skin came out. The Galactus event was being hyped up. A lot of people were talking about it. Unreleased skins. We got Venom. A lot of cool stuff like that. Season 2 came out very quickly after Season 1 of Brim Royale. November 20th. So Season 1 was a very short season. I guess that makes sense. And then we got the new NFL skins. I ranked every Season 4 Battle Pass skin. I actually reviewed one of the NFL skins, which I completely forgot about. I made a locker bundle concept, if I had my own locker bundle, which I think was a really fun video to make. The Galactus event, really, really cool time. Then Season 5 came out, which was really, really wild. Made a first impressions video on Season 5, which is another one I'd be interested to go back and rewatch. Of another video talking about if Fortnite was in Smash Bros. And teasers for the next season of Brim already, which is kind of wild. Shotguns. I made a video on shotguns and how I think I would fix them in Fortnite. Still haven't really seen any good changes when it comes to that, I feel like. Made a video on the Gingerbread Raider skin. I made a video on Winterfest, which did really, really well at the time for me. Unreleased skins video, season 3 reveal trailer, Brimrow season 3. When did this come out? We were releasing seasons like crazy. December 17th. Okay, so that's a pretty big gap. I think over time we kind of realized how to pace our seasons better. Um, but yeah, we were releasing them a lot faster than we do now. Creative 2.0 got announced in December. That was wild. We still haven't heard like anything since then, but it's crazy. Maybe in December we'll get it. I don't know. Who knows? If you want to hear discussion on Creative 2.0, you can go ahead and check out the last podcast that I did with Directing Pete, which was awesome. We talked about Creative 2.0 and Creative a lot. If you're interested about that, you can go check it out if you haven't listened to it already. I'd assume if you're this far in the podcast, you've probably already listened to that podcast episode. Just thought I would mention that because that was really cool, but we'll get back to that. Brimrow Winter Update, one of my favorite updates we did in Chapter 1. I thought that was really, really cool. I liked the trailer for it. That was an awesome time for Brimrow. Unfortunately, we only streamed it once or twice, but it was really fun. It was awesome. I made a video talking about my top 5 Christmas skins. That was a really fun video. I enjoyed that a lot. And yeah, moving on. LTM video, weapon attachments. Still haven't seen that. Journey to Kevin came out, which was pretty cool. Green Arrow skin. That was the second crew pack we ever got. That was wild. And yeah. Oh, also, the first video of Rift. I started making Rift videos. This was the first release of it. Rift actually got shut down, but it came back recently. But I made this video about Agent Jones. I actually played as a bunch of unreleased skins. Most of them we haven't seen yet, but Agent Jonesy did come out. But it came out like a season later. So, yeah, got to play as a few skins early, which was really cool. I also got to rewatch the Device event through Rift, which is awesome. Or not the Device, sorry, the End event. That was really cool. That was a great video. I liked making that a lot. We got the new soccer skins. I made a video on the Fox clan, which did really well, 2.1 thousand views. Season 4 of Boomerang came out. When was this? What was season 4? January 29th. Okay. So yeah, we were doing a lot better with pacing our seasons now. Season 4 was a really great season for Brim. Probably the most popular one we've had thus far. Really, really fun. I really enjoyed that season. And then we got the V skin, which was the third crew pack, of course. I reviewed the crew packs back then when they came out. Don't really do that much anymore. Maybe I should. I don't know. Flash came out. I ranked every season of Fortnite, which is a video that I might redo. I don't know if I'll do it with a tier list. Maybe I'll do like a highly edited video for that as well. I did a map review of Directing Pete's map, which was really fun to do. And yeah, that was awesome. He was very supportive with that as well, so that was really cool. And I made a video on making trailers. I made a ton of really cool videos. 5 Fortnite crossovers that I wanted to see. The Boomerang War LTM, which was a really cool time. This was just a cool time in general. Season 5 was awesome. Season 5 of Fortnite was amazing. I feel like it wasn't like the best season we'd ever seen. Of course, it had its flaws, but it was just a great time. It was a great time for content. It was a great time for my channel. It was a great time to just play the game. In Season 4, you could kind of tell with my content when I wasn't really enjoying the game that much. This season, you could see I was enjoying the game thoroughly the entire time. I was making content consistently throughout the whole season, and it was just fun. It was awesome. And then Season 6 came then Season 6 came out. But Season 6 is a really good season, I think. I think it's one of the more overhated seasons. But I feel like this season I didn't make as much. I feel like for Season 6 I just didn't make as much content. But I think my content improved a lot that season. I made a first impressions video of it. Of course, Season 5 of Boomerang came out as well, like a week prior, which was really, really cool. I made a bunch of videos about the season, the new updates. I made a map review on Starwise's Territory Takeover, which was really fun. That's the last map review I did. I wanted to do more. So yeah, Hopefully I'll do more in the future. Bunch of videos on the Easter event. That was really, really fun. This was a weird time though. I feel like this was a weird time for my content. I feel like it was getting better, but it was just weird. Season 6 was weird. I made a video on the evolution of Fortnite harvesting tools. Probably some of the most work I've put into a video thus far. That was a lot of fun to make, and it did very well, so thank you guys. That was awesome. I had a lot of fun making that video. The rocket L team for Brumerale, the rocket launch, and Brumerale ended. Brumerale's Chapter 1 ended. It was a very sad time for Brumerale, but it became a very happy time when Chapter 2 started. Chapter 2 Season 1, which is really, really awesome. That was probably like the most hype launch for a Brumerale season yet. And yeah, incredible stuff. That was probably some of the most fun I've ever had on this channel. Really, really, really cool. We did a lot of videos, made a lot of videos, talked about Batman Zero coming to the game. I made a video talking about how I thought rumors had gone too far. A lot of that stuff still applies today. I highly recommend you go watch that video. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever made, because I think it touches on something that isn't really talked about too much in the Fortnite community. And I think it's a really important video to watch. We also have a lot of videos about new collaborations. We got Beast Boy. A lot of this feels so long ago. It's so weird. Season 6 feels like it happened ages ago, even though it was just last season. We got a huge leak with a bunch of skins, which is awesome. And we got the NFL collab. We started talking about rumors for Season 7. Aliens, all this kind of stuff. Things that I wanted to see. I made an ultimate prediction video. I don't think a lot of that actually came true. But hey, that was just a prediction video. Mecha Cuddle Master came out. Best combo video. Really, really cool. 10-hour live stream of Season 7. We hit 1,000. We hit 1,000 subs at the launch of Season 7. Like right before it came out. Which is amazing. Awesome stuff. That was a huge time for the channel. Season 7 launched. We hit 1,000. I started the podcast up again for reaching 1,000. That was kind of the big thing, is that I would bring the podcast back if we hit 1,000 subs. And look here we are now. Yeah. Overall, the season been great. Chapter 2, Season 2 of Brumerale. Been a lot of fun. And ever since then, yeah, that's kind of how we are in modern day. We've been making videos on Season 7. Been making a lot of videos on creative mode. And most recently, we did a podcast with Directing Pete, which was awesome. Just a lot of cool stuff that have happened in the past year for Fortnite and the channel, which has been really, really cool. Really cool stuff. And yeah, that's just like an overview of everything that happened in the past year. Everything that happened on the channel, pretty much like all the videos I made. Of course, I skipped over a lot of the videos I made. I didn't read off like every single video. But it's just interesting to see like the past year of content. It's kind of crazy. And here's to another amazing year of making videos. I'm excited to see what happens. And with that, that's going to be the end of the podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you made it to the end of the podcast, I apologize that I didn't do questions this week, but I really just wanted to focus on the news, and I wanted to focus on a reflection. I wanted to reflect on the channel. I wanted to talk about all the things that we had done this year, and I want to thank you guys so much for not only watching and listening to this podcast, but for subscribing to this channel and for being a part of this community. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next podcast. Have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.